If you're a web developer or even just thinking about becoming one, there is this massive question just hanging in the air, right? And it's all thanks to this explosion in AI. It honestly feels like the ground is shifting right under our feet. So today, we're going to tackle that question head on. Is this a crisis for web developers, or is it a huge new opportunity? To figure that out, we have to start with the one question that is on everybody's mind. Right? This is it. This is the big one. With AI acting less like a simple little chatbot and more like a full-blown coding partner, it's a totally valid concern. We've all seen the crazy demos, we've read the headlines, and you just can't help but wonder, is the career path I've chosen about to become obsolete? And let's be real for a second, the reasons to be worried are pretty solid. I mean, the capabilities of AI right now are genuinely staggering, and it really seems like they're coming for the core tasks of a developer. I mean, just look at how powerful these new tools are. We are way beyond simple code suggestions here. We're talking about tools like V0 that can literally spin up an entire front-end app from a single text prompt, or Google's anti-gravity cursor that can write complex back-end code. And you throw in all these no-code platforms, and suddenly people with zero technical background are building and launching real applications. Think about that. A job that used to take a whole team can now be done by one person with an AI subscription. That's wild. And this isn't just about a few new developer tools. This is a massive global shift. Some major research projects are estimating that AI could impact up to 300 million jobs by 2030. That number, that is a serious wake-up call. It represents a fundamental change in how work gets done across pretty much every industry, and that definitely includes ours. So let's just put it all on the table. The fear is totally justified. But, and this is a huge but, it comes with one major condition. If your work consists only of the stuff an AI can now automate, writing basic landing pages or simple UI components, then yes, that specific part of your job is absolutely at risk. But just when it feels like the case is closed and we should all just pack it in, something really fascinating happens when you look past the splashy AI demos and dig into the actual market data. The whole death of the developer narrative, it just starts to fall apart. Because despite all the noise, despite all the fear, the cold hard data tells a completely different story. And here it is. This is the proof. The web development market isn't dying, it's absolutely booming. We're looking at a projection that takes the market from over $80 billion to more than $125 billion by 2030. That's a compound annual growth rate of over 9%. In any industry, that is incredibly strong. And it's not just about the money in the market, it's about actual jobs. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics projects that web developer jobs will grow by about 8% through 2034. Now, get this, that's significantly faster than the average for all other careers. So demand isn't disappearing, it's actually increasing. And these numbers aren't just pulled out of thin air. They reflect a huge real-world trend. Just think about it for a second. There are millions and millions of small and medium-sized businesses all over the world that are still completely offline. As they finally move into the digital world to survive and grow, who do you think they're going to need to build, secure, and scale their websites? They're going to need developers. This untapped market is absolutely enormous. Okay, so what does this all mean? If demand is going up, but the basic repetitive tasks are being automated away, it means the job itself is changing. The rules for what it takes to be a successful developer are being completely rewritten as we speak. This quote from Stripe's Jason Huang, this nails it. This is the key to everything. AI is not your competition. It is the most powerful tool you have ever been given. The real threat isn't the technology. It's the other developer who learns how to master it. This right here breaks down that shift perfectly. See, the old way was all about being a coder. Churning out lines of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, just following the specs, doing a lot of repetitive stuff. The new way is all about being a problem solver. Your job is now to supervise the code that the AI generates, to manage complex security issues, and to architect entire systems that can scale. It's a fundamental move from being a laborer to being a leader. So, this evolution puts you in a totally new position. You're not just a worker anymore. You're a strategic leader. You are the one directing the tools, not the one being replaced by them. Let me give you a quick analogy to make this crystal clear.
Think about the simple, fundamental human need to move stuff from one place to another. At first, we did it all by hand. Then we invented tools like bullet carts to make us a little more efficient. Then, boom, trucks come along and completely revolutionize the industry, making us massively more productive. And now we're developing self-driving trucks. But did the need to transport goods ever go away? Nope, not at all. The tools just got way, way better. And even with a fleet of autonomous trucks, you still need people, smart people, to manage the logistics, the security, and the entire system. Web development is exactly the same. The need for digital solutions isn't going anywhere. Our tools are just getting incredibly powerful.
And this brings us to your new role, the lead engineer. I want you to start thinking of AI as your incredibly fast, sometimes brilliant, but also kind of naive intern. It can handle all the grunt work, but it needs your guidance. It needs your supervision. Your job is to be the strategic thinker, to catch its mistakes, and to solve the really complex architectural problems that it just can't wrap its digital head around. So here's what that division of labor actually looks like. You let the AI handle all the repetitive stuff, writing boilerplate code, generating standard UI components, quickly whipping up a minimum viable product. You, meanwhile, get to focus on the high-value work that actually requires a human brain, architecting complex systems, ensuring top-notch security, deep, frustrating debugging, and planning for scale.
Okay, so we get it. The shift is happening. We know the role is evolving from just being a coder to being a true problem solver. But the big question is, how do you actually do that? Well, here is a clear, actionable strategy. This is your playbook.
All right, let's run through it. Step 1, and you cannot skip this, master the fundamentals. You simply can't supervise or debug AI code if you don't have a deep understanding of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript yourself. Step 2, integrate AI. Don't fight it. Learn to use these tools as a natural, efficient part of your daily workflow. Step 3 is a huge mindset shift. Stop thinking about just writing code and start focusing on solving business problems. That leads right into Step 4. Build a portfolio that screams problem solver, not tutorial follower. And finally, Step 5. Think bigger. With AI handling so much of the grunt work, building your own product or starting a freelance business is more possible now than ever before. So we end up right back where we started, but with a totally new perspective. Web development isn't dead, not even close. It's evolving. The developers who just write simple code without thinking, yeah, they're being replaced. But the ones who adapt, the ones who think, who build, and who solve complex problems with AI as their partner, their demand is only going to grow. So the real question isn't about the future of web development. It's about you. The tools have changed forever. Have you?